Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Glory Hunter. We're just kicking off today's episode by taking a quick look at the full Europa League quarter-final draw. You can see there's still a few big teams left in the competition. We're going to be kicking off today's video with the first leg at home to Leicester, which will be a sim game. I may play the second leg depending on the result and how we are getting on, but I'd rather just crack on with the Europa League, try and get towards the end of the domestic season. So let's jump into this first game against Leicester and see what sort of side we put out. Here we go then, Leicester at home. I had a look at their team before the game and they've actually not got anyone that particularly worries me other than Dominic Szoboszlai, who looks as if he's playing from... Oh no, I thought he was playing from the left, but I think he's behind the striker. Other than that, they've not really got a lot that worries me. We've made quite a lot of changes to our side for this first tie. If we get a comfortable win, and we're 1-0 up already, thanks to Dusan Tadic back in the team in the Europa League and back amongst the goals. If we get a comfortable victory, then we'll sim the second leg as well. But yeah, let's see how we get on. Great start, just 10 minutes in, 1-0 up already. Here's Tadic, got a man over. Oh, he couldn't find the pass. That's a sitter. And that'll do it for this first leg. It's still massively in the balance. And I'm kind of tempted for a trip to Leicester in the second leg. We may end up playing that one. Alright then guys, straight back to matters in the league after that 1-0 win midweek in the Europa League against Leicester. We're at home again, this time against Sassuolo, the team we played on the opening day of the season and lost to. I feel like we've come a long way since then, so looking to bounce back, well, not bounce back, but carry on our winning form and go out there and get the job done. There's Tammy in support. Tammy hits it. Slapped behind by Consigli. Zaniolo picks up a card. Pellegrini's ball in. Header towards goal. Here's Zaniolo from range. Saved again by Consigli. Dybala's corner. Floated in at the near post again. Will come out to Thiago Silva. Hits it. Oh my goodness. Would have been a wonder goal. There's not been many chances so far. We've had a couple of half chances. And that's about as close as we've come. Still Sakala. Ball into the middle. Hit first time. And that's a fantastic fingertip save by Rui Patricio. Declined a few ratings this year, but he's been pretty solid when called upon. I think that's going in as well. Tips it over the top for a corner. Nonto. Martins takes it in his stride. Here's Spinazzola. Hits it. It's another great save by Consigli. And that will do it. You don't see many of them, but it's a 0-0 draw. And that is a big 2 points dropped. Again, Sassuolo, as they did on the opening day, just really difficult to play against. Didn't create many chances. And they were fully deserving their point there. Big 2 points dropped because Milan and Juve both won. Alright then guys, despite me saying it's our lowest priority this season, we are going to be playing the second leg at the King Power against Leicester City. I just fancied this one, fancied a trip to England. We've obviously not managed there in the saves yet. We did play against Real Sociedad in the Europa League final last year. And that was at Anfield, so a fully rotated side. I think we've made 11 changes once again. We've got the 1-0 lead from the first leg, just hoping to see this out. Ball played into the middle, they've got a man over, and it's 1-1 on aggregate. The Leicester City captain, Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall, with the goal. Jada hits it off the line and turned in anyway, and maybe we were better off simming. It's Moise Kean, the Italian. Scalvini headed it off the line. And it just falls back to Moise Kean to head into an open net. Keeper wasn't getting to the free kick. And Keane just rises highest to head home. And we're 2-0 down inside 25 minutes. Scalvini can't win the header. And actually Leicester come forward on the break. They got a man over. Moise Keane. Oh, past Scalvini. Drills it home. And we could be out of the Europa League here. We did say it was our lowest priority, but Moise Keane absolutely tearing us apart in this one. Talic's ball in. Into Scalvini. Good chance, pushed over by Soraya. Moretti from the other side. Into Martins, it's over him. Here is Martins, hits it, and we're back in it. It's a fantastic strike from the Belgian. Monto keeps it alive, rolls it into Martins from a tight angle, just absolutely leathers it. Duzan isn't going to get there, he's not got the pace. Jada flicks on, Moise Keane could be away from Scalvini, here he is. It's a brilliant save from Carnesecchi. Moise Keane has been a right thorn in our side in this one. Could be won by Scalvini. It's poor though. It's really poor. Oh, Jada's through. And that is probably Leicester through. Really poor from Scalvini, the youngster. Just got to put his foot through it. And that will probably do it for Leicester City here. Oh, it's fallen to Dewsbury Hall again. And it's 5. Tie over now. And we're going back to Rome. And we're going out of the Europa League. Well, I'm sure that the Roma fans will be disappointed, especially after the first leg victory. Maybe I should have steered clear of this, but as I've said many times, it was our lowest priority, and I'm not too disheartened about going out. We've already won it, and it means less games in the calendar to get towards the end of the season. Dewsbury Hall was brilliant alongside Moise Keane today. Fair play to Leicester. They'll be in the semi-finals. Well, guys, our manager rating has taken an absolute hit with that. It was a high priority to win the Europa League, and to be out in the quarter-finals, the board not happy. They still want us to win the Serie A as well, so we could be in trouble come the end of the season if we don't win the Serie A. No cup objective in Italy for some reason, and these were 2 of the highest priority objectives. So after that humbling defeat of the King Power, the board are really not very happy with me. Emailed me saying my job is under threat. And with no cup objective, I suppose I should be prioritising the league, but for our own individual success, we really need to win the Coppa Italia too, and we've got a great chance of reaching the final. So in this one against Ascoli, I have made a few changes. We've still got a strong side out there, but with Inter Milan to come midweek in that second leg, that is where my priority lies at the moment. Chance for Ascoli here. Big chance and a goal. And we trail, and it's Mendes with it. 20 to go, we're in big trouble. Ascoli right down the bottom of the league. Here's Dybala, he does level. 8 to play, Dybala off the bench scores. Now Ascoli coming down the other end, thinking that they can nick it. Oh, it's a great save. That might have just saved us a point, that save from Patricio. Still not clear though. And there is the full-time whistle. It's 1-1, it's points dropped. Let's have a look what that does for us in the table. So here we are then, 5 to play. We currently sit 4 points behind AC Milan, with them still to play, of course. But we're looking in a bit of a weak position here. We've got ground to make up and not many games left to do it. We could end up with a trophyless season, and the board are not going to be happy with that. Our job could be in jeopardy come the end of this. Here's our team then. I think it's going to come through a little bit weird. Yeah, it's got Cristante playing in the back 4, which is not correct. But we've gone pretty strong for this one. As I say, huge chance to get to a final. I don't think we're going to win the league this year. So I am focusing and putting all my eggs in the Coppa Italia basket and hoping that we get to the final. Here's the Inter Milan side. I believe they've gone pretty much full strength too. Couple of changes from when we last played them, but they have still got a very strong side. This is going to be an interesting one. It's 2-2 from the first leg. Can we make it to our first final with Roma? Let's do it. Forza Roma. Cunha hits it. It's into the side netting. Early stages belong with Inter Milan here. And we got terrorised by a former Atletico player, Angel Correa, in the previous episode, and Mateus Cunha looking to do the same here. And now we come forward with Tammy looking to get away from Bastoni and Kimpembe. Pulled a little bit wider than he may have liked. Hits it, saved by Onana, and then it's a scramble. We've kept it alive with Dybala still. Now has Tammy in support. He hits it low and hard, and Onana pushes it around the post. Couple of chances for Tammy, and Onana's equal to both of them. Oh, Destiny doesn't win it. I think it's outside. But it's a dangerous free kick for Inter Milan. And a yellow card for Destiny. Dinked into the middle, Inacio does well. Still not clear. And now it is. And at half time we remain deadlocked. It's 0-0 on the night. And still 2-2 on aggregate. This could go the distance, this one. But I feel like there's a goal in it. Karsdorp intercepts. Now, can we move it quickly? We can. Pellegrini. Trying to get this solid back three of Inter Milan. Karsdorp's gone again there. Pellegrini's ghosting in. Pellegrini gets there before Onana and heads home to give us the lead. It's the captain, Lorenzo. Great build-up down the right between Dybala and Karsdorp. He just ghosts into the middle. Onana comes out to get there, but Pellegrini heads home first. Poor from the keeper. And that could be enough to send us into the final. 1-0 Roma. Tess again, this time given away to Thiago Silva, and we're playing with pace now. Martins could be sent away. Martin's on his left foot. Weird technique pushed over by Onana. Couple of changes. Dybala's corner is deep. Fernando looks to send it out wide. Inacio does really well. Up to Tammy. Flicked on to Nicola, who's got the fresh legs. Might have to go alone here. Zalewski saved by Onana. It's his corner. Headed on and just over the top, and I think that might be enough anyway. And there is the whistle, and we are into the Coppa Italia final. Back-to-back domestic finals with different clubs. We are a cup specialist. We love the cups. It does finish Roma 1, Inter 0, just a single goal separating the sides in this game and over the two legs. It was a fantastic game. I'd say we just about edged it. Let's have a quick look at the match stats. Yeah, we definitely edged it. A lot more shots, much higher XG. And we're into the cup final. Let's go and see who we'll face. It will be Lazio. Wow. Beating Juventus twice by 2-1 to make it into the Coppa Italia final. And this is probably the best chance we're ever going to have. Well, I mean, we're in a final, so obviously. But against Lazio, saying that, we have had difficulty against them this year, so that'll be a very, very interesting game. Let's see when it falls. Is it after the season ends? It's not. It's actually midweek. Wow. Okay. Not sure what we're going to do to end the series off, the season off then. Right then, guys, it's time for Salernitana at home. I've got a fantastic idea, as long as I don't fuck it up, on how to end the season. We're then going to have an episode of the final 4 league games, and then the final episode of this first season with with Roma will be the cup final. You might be thinking, how is that going to be the last episode when it's played before the end of the season? I'm going to record it separately and upload them in a slightly different order. So we'll have the cup final and then a full season roundup once we've actually come to the end of the season. But I think the cup final should be like a big occasion at the end of the season, so we'll do that as the final game. Obviously we're still 4 points behind AC Milan in the quest for the Serie A title, but I honestly don't think we're going to make it. I don't think we're going to win Serie A, so we want to make a big thing of the cup final, so we'll do it as the final episode of this first series with Roma. Zeki down the right hand side into Dybala. Now Cristante looks for Martins. Unselfish into Cristante. Brilliant little assist. That is so unselfish from Martins. And he is such a fun player to use. I'm really getting on with him. Really unselfish. Just lofts it up in the air for Cristante to win the header and nod it into the unguarded net. Brilliant from Martins though. Now into Cristante. Dybala. Martins. Zaniolo. Martins, this time for the goal, and this time he does finish it himself. Brilliant strike on his stronger left foot, and Martins is at the heart of everything in this one. Looks as if we're going to turn Salernitana over pretty easily here. Does look to just be a bruise for Paulo Dybala, so he will stay out there. He's got Zaniolo over on the far side, who brings it down on the half volley past the keeper, and it's just too easy for us. Zaniolo makes it 3, job done. Oh, Destiny's not got there. Oh, it's off the post. It should have been a goal for Salernitana. Destiny, the last man, didn't get there, and as they race through one-on-one, smacked it off the woodwork. Corner comes in now, flicked on. Oh, fucking hell. How have we kept a clean sheet so far in this one? 2 huge chances. Corner comes in again, and there is the goal, and they deserve that. It's just floated in. Defenders don't get up. Keeper sort of comes and gets nowhere near it. And it's 3-1, and the clean sheet has gone. Well, Parto. Oh, what a strike. He's not had as much football. He's not had as much football since Martins came in the January window, but he's still got a very bright future, this young man. Another goal for the season for Volpato. And this is an absolute corker. Hits it first time, right in the top bins. Nonto looking to get away. Wants a goal of his own. Cuts inside and does have a goal of his own. It's 5. This has been so comfortable for us, and Nonto gets on the score sheet late on. And it is the last kick of the game. There's the final whistle. We keep the pressure on Milan and Juventus as well. And I think that I might try and squeeze in this Hellas Verona game, and then we'll have the final 3 league games of the season in the next one. Alright then guys, we are going to squeeze in this Hellas Verona game, but just before that, quick look at the league table. You can see that Milan have already played in match day 35. They actually had a Milan derby against Inter, which they won 2-0. So they've now gone 7 points clear. We obviously have the game in hand, but they beat Bologna and then Milan back-to-back. So they've only got 3 games left to go. It looks as if they have pretty much secured it, bar a miraculous fall-off. But we'll keep going. We've got Hellas Verona next. Top 4's definitely in the bank, but the board aren't really going to be happy with that. Let's finish off the episode with Hellas Verona. Alright then guys, final game of the episode, Hellas Verona at home, who we played in the last 16, I think it was, of the Coppa Italia as well. So hoping to get a win here. We really need to. Anything less than a win pretty much hands AC Milan at the title. We need to close that gap back to 4 with those final 3 games to play. We do obviously still play Milan, so it's not completely out of the question, but looking unlikely. Let's get the job done here in the first place though. Forza Roma. Pellegrini, good run. Has Dybala in support. Oh, it's exactly the same as Martins in the previous game, except this time Couldn't get it in the back of the net. Unselfish from Dybala, but maybe he should have gone for goal. Tammy, lovely back heel. Zaniolo cuts inside. Zaniolo saved and tipped round the corner. Pellegrini's delivery into Ibanez, another great save by the keeper. And all the early pressure is on that Hellas Verona goal. Overhead kick, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Lorenzo. That is outrageous. Limbs in the home end. And what a strike it is. We saw an overhead kick go against Apoel earlier in the season. But this one is even better. Connects with it perfectly. And absolutely rifles it into the side netting. Lorenzo Pellegrini leading by example. Ball swung in. Brian gets it away. It's a good ball round the corner to Tammy. And we've got men over here from their own free kick. Zaniolo's touch is great. And the second. And the third. And Paulo Dybala taps it home. Another goal for Paulo, but what a break. The front three who have been so dynamic in the second half of this season. Nicolo with the pace. Just squares it across to his mate and Dybala can't miss. It's 2 and that should be game. Tammy hits it early. Oh, what a rocket. What a rocket. And now it is game. It's 3 before half time. An absolute pile driver. It's quite central actually, but the power beats the keeper. And Tammy in the goals again. And that will certainly be that. Oh, poor challenge that. It's a straight red as well. It's a really poor challenge by Simeone. Pellegrini's not very happy. And maybe Simeone's not happy because we're the one who replaced his dad at Atletico Madrid. And he is off. Poor challenge from behind. And now it will all but definitely be an absolute rout here. Here's Lasagna. Has got a man over, and they have got a goal back straight away. We don't like clean sheets at the moment. We're scoring loads of goals, but we always concede the one. Stante into Nonto. Got that goal late on against Salernitana. Wants another here and gets another. He's such a threat off the bench. Up to 75 overall now. And a really handy squad player. It's 4 once again. Strange ball that. Finds Martins. Now Pobega. Loads of space due to the 10 men of Hellas Verona. And that's a fantastic strike by Martins. And after the 5-1 against Salernitana, I didn't think we could top that. But it looks like we're trying to. Lovely assist by Pobega. And Martins from just outside the box finds the side netting. 5-1 once again. Just as we did against Salernitana. And it's another resounding victory for Roma. All we can do is continue the pressure on AC Milan. It's theirs to lose, but we just got to keep doing our job. Right then guys, that will do it for this episode. The next one will be the penultimate episode of Season 2 with Roma, where we face 2 of the top 4 in our final 3 Serie A games. We've got 4 points to make on Milan, but one of our games is against them, so it's not out of the picture, but it is looking unlikely. We'll then be back with the cup final to end off this first season with Roma, where I think we've been pretty successful in my book so far, but let's see if we can snatch the Serie A title away from Milan in the next episode. I hope to catch you for it very soon. Peace.